Once again, I'm out in the beautiful sunshine of Elliot Lake in March. Gonna go for another lovely walk. Yesterday I went down this trail towards the lake and walked along the lake shore where it was not well traveled and I kept falling through the snow, so I'm going to just stay on this well-packed trail today. The snowmobiles do such a nice job. I'm not sure if this will take me all the way over to the Frame Crescent Trail that comes off of the condos, but we'll see. So far so good, so see what we can find today in the woods that might be of interest. As you can see, this trail goes up behind the Frame Crescent condos, so that's that would be a good place to move to when I'm tired of shoveling my own snow and that sort of thing. And I often think that if my friend Carol would move to Elliot Lake into one of those condos, she and I could go walking on these trails together. I think she'd enjoy this immensely. So here we are. I'm standing at the top of the hill behind the condos. And down there is Angel Lake. So, you know, we're a little ways up the hill from there. Get nice breezes up here. Again. And in the summertime, the rocky, this rocky section here, it has a lot of periwinkle on it and other wildflowers, but quite a bit of periwinkle. There again, that's the lake down there. Carry on. Wind is picking up a little bit right here. Hopefully it won't interfere too much with my voice on the video. I think one of the things I like about this bush, it doesn't matter. I might be feeling like, oh, I've been there so many times already because I've walked through this bush how many times since I moved here 5 years ago. And I think, wow, do I really want to go hiking there again? And without fail, it doesn't matter. I mean, you know, 5 minutes into the bush and I absolutely just am in love again. I love to walk in here. There's just never a time when it isn't interesting to me. And, you know, there might not be much going on. You know, maybe a woodpecker or a squirrel. Like I saw a black squirrel run up one of these trees. And so it just, I don't know, something about this bush. So I've got to watch my step here. Just about slipped there. It's lovely in here, just lovely. And we're still just like there behind the condos. And there's a better view of Angel Lake down at the bottom of the hill with all kinds of pine trees around there, or spruce of some sort. Oh, what was that? Sounded like a woodpecker chuckling away there. Oh yeah, I see it up there. A downy woodpecker up on, way up there on one of those limbs. We'll probably hear him pecking away pretty soon. They have kind of a funny little chuckle or chatter. Probably letting a partner know that there's a big black hooded creature in the woods. Beware. Again, here we are. We're not far from civilization, right there. Lots of condos. So they stretch a fair ways. And again, you can just, walk this beautiful trail any time of the year. It's nice. I probably should be carrying my hiking poles, but if I carry hiking poles, then it's a little difficult to hold the camera. There's a stream right here that you can sort of see the opening there. Comes down here and down over here and out over there. And in the summertime, of course, you're going over stepping stones to get across it. And I'm going to meet up with the Frame Crescent trail momentarily. So when I get up here, you can access the condos from this position quite easily. I've been told I can walk through that area if I don't feel like walking all the way back through the bush. So there's somebody with their hiking poles right now. So as I arrived at that junction to the trail behind Frame Crescent, this woman is coming out with her poles on the trail. So we got to chatting and we had a little bit of a discussion as we're heading along the trail about service people in town and who's reliable and who isn't, and that's interesting. So yeah, I often meet other women out here hiking with their, well, she had her ski poles, so she was wiser than myself, I guess. Just so warm and lovely today. I'm so glad I came out. Actually, the shade feels kind of good too. I'm getting close to this little pond that in the spring is very noisy with frogs. Early spring, when the peepers are getting together and mating, they just absolutely fill this whole area with noise, peeping noise. It can be quite a symphony. So that's this little pond right over here. Doesn't look like much of a pond at the moment. I think it lost a lot of water last summer when it was so dry. It kind of dried up to just maybe a little bit of a puddle over there by that rock. But I hope they're back in the spring, the peepers. As I said, it's fun to watch. I've gone down to the water side and taken photographs of frogs in the water. This trail is almost like pavement. It's so hard packed. It's very easy walking. I'm coming up to the pond, the beaver pond. To the left of me is Crystal Lake. It's on the other side of this little bush, though. Can't really see the lake at this point. But very shortly I'll be coming to a spot where you can go down and see the lake. So, which of course right now is pretty much just like any big field, all white. I just came from that direction there, and this will take us down to Crystal Lake. And you can see a very well run snowmobile trail in here. Lots of activity this time of the year. I think there's more activity through here in the winter than there is in the summer. Here we come down. And I have walked across both of the Angel Lake and Crystal Lake. So I've come up through here before. As you can see, well packed. And so I'm just out on the edge of the lake at the moment. And there's this big tree up there I love. And if I just keep walking straight ahead, I'll come to the spot where there's a little trail that goes from Crystal Lake to Angel Lake, just a few yards. But as requested, I'm not going out on the lake. I'm going to head back up the trail and go over to the beaver pond to see if there's any activity over there. Sometimes the beaver is out on top of the ice chewing on bits of twigs and logs and whatever that they've put aside for the winter. So you can see the snowmobiles have been out on the beaver pond. That's part of the beaver pond right there. The beaver lodge, at least the biggest one that I know of, is on the other side of the pond. I think I might walk down that side of the pond as well and see on my way back. I usually come out here to this pond and go around the end of the pond and down the other side and then meet back up with this trail. So it makes a nice little loop. And I've seen beaver in that section on the other side of the pond quite frequently. Almost every time that I go in there, I see beavers. And this is the part of the pond where I've seen 30 turtles or more all sunning themselves and looking like they're trying to mate with one another. That's in the spring on a sunny day. Look forward to seeing that again sometime. If I kept going in that direction, I'd come to Eston Lake. There's several beaches on the lake there. Oh, there's a new sign. That wasn't there before. Huh. To Frame Crescent, 1.5 kilometers. Didn't realize it was that distance. Now I know. But I'm going this way, which is around the end of the pond. So there's the pond. And there's some markings for the snowmobilers and the ATVs. Now we won't have the sunlight in our eyes. Maybe I'll get some better video. I often see beaver activity in this part of the pond, but it's not looking too fruitful in that respect today. So I guess we'll carry on. I'm on the trail on the other side of the pond now. It's a little windier over here, a little cooler, shadier. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll see something. We're right above where the beaver lodge is. Not seeing any brown figures crawling across the snow, so they're probably tucked away, sleeping, staying warm. Don't see any recent wood chips anywhere either. Looks like there's been some melting close to the shoreline there. I can't step off the trail because the snow is too deep. It just goes right over the top of my boot. I did try. Yeah, we're out of luck when it comes to beavers today. But still, it's a pretty walk. Always. We're coming up close to where the trail went down to Crystal Lake. So we made the big loop, got in a big circle around the pond. Right here. So that goes down to Crystal Lake. And this heads back to my house. Now I guess I should get heading back. It's about 4 o'clock now. There's a trail off to the right that goes up to a lookout. I don't know if it's been packed down enough for me to use today or not. I'm going to give it a try. I'll take a look. So, let's see, where is that spot? Where is it? There used to be a little tape tied to a branch that showed me where it was, and seems to be missing the tape now, but it does look like somebody's packed down a trail, so right in here. What do you think? I don't know. Let's see. We'll give it a try. There are footprints. So we seem to think that we can make it up here. Let's give it a try. Stay where the other person has walked. And hopefully I won't get snow in the top of my boot. I see some springtail insects all along this path, so it gives you an idea. It's warmed up quite a bit today. This is a beautiful little trail in here. Here we are at the lookout. That Slipper Lake down there. Lovely. Didn't have any trouble at all with that trail. And now we head back from the lookout. Oh, it's such a short little trail. Doesn't take long to come up here. Less than 5 minutes. I saw my first blue mushrooms in here, or purple mushrooms, that I'd never seen before. That was neat. That was back in the fall. Maybe a couple of years ago now. Such a pretty trail, eh? Very, very nice. Especially this time of day with the light coming through the trees the way it does. I'm trying to get a good picture of this pileated woodpecker. He keeps chasing around the tree looking for bugs, so he always seems to end up pecking on the other side of the tree. Hey, he's come out around my side of the tree. Yay!